Rob Ford's departure from the mayoral election race raises a number of obvious questions. Can he come back? Should he come back? What does this mean for the campaign? What happens next? On the issue of can he come back? Well, I think anybody who knows anything about the rehabilitation process knows that 30 days is not nearly enough for somebody who has the kind of problems that the mayor is obviously suffering from. Rehab is a lifelong affair. Once you start it, you don't stop it. You don't suddenly get better from drug or alcohol addiction. It's something you have to deal with the rest of your life, and you have to spend your full time on it. The job of mayor is not one that you can handle. It's pressure packed at all times, and you have to have your full mental faculties with you at all times. So to think that you could take 30 days off, suddenly kick your problems and come back to run for mayor, I think Mr. Ford is fooling himself if he really believes that. I don't think it's possible to do. He may try, I'm sure he will. Anybody who has been watching Mr. Ford knows that he's a stubborn individual. He's got a strong mind of what he wants to do with his life and his career, and I'm sure if it's at all possible he'll try, but he shouldn't. He's a human being. He needs help. The very first concern right now should be for his own health and for his struggle to get better. All effort should be going into that. The Ford family, Mr. Ford himself, Ford's supporters should not be thinking of how do we get back in the race, how do we get Robbie re-elected. That's not the issue. Getting Mr. Ford healthy is the issue, and that should be the number one concern for all of them. What does this mean to the campaign? Without wanting to sound harsh to Mr. Ford, this is a good thing for the campaign. It's become an unfortunate fact of life in Toronto that wherever Mr. Ford goes, the circus follows. Municipal government in Toronto has become something of a circus act over the past year or so. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And his effort to become re-election was always going to be a diversion from people trying to deal with the serious issues that Toronto faces and has to deal with. Taking Mr. Ford out of the race means that the remaining candidates can now deal with those issues, and there are good candidates. We're fortunate to have that in the city. There are several good candidates remaining, and they will now be able to discuss the issues that need to be discussed without that circus intruding on the talks.